Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today is the day, fingers crossed, that we find out if that electric van, the Nissan Townstar, Diggers' van, actually moves and runs. Now, I've got a guy coming out and he's going to get into the van, he's going to clear all the data, get all the crash data out of the way, and actually get the van hopefully running. He thinks he can do it. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But he's not the most reliable. I'm not saying, I can't say he's not the most reliable guy because he's just so busy. Like and trying to get him here is crazy difficult, really difficult. So he's let me down in the past. But I'll keep using him because he's so good. He knows his stuff. He really knows his stuff. He's really good, this guy. So I'm hoping that he does actually turn up. But all we can do is fingers crossed and hope for the best. In the meantime, I've got another subscriber's car in for some repairs. So this one is a Ford Cougar and it's got a bit of an oil leak on top of the cam cover gasket and the blower thing. I'll explain that in a second. So let's bring it in. I'll explain what's going on and we'll just get on with the repair for him and yeah, get it fixed. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys. I've got the Cougar in the workshop. This is another subscriber's car that's got a oil leak coming from, which is quite common on these Ford engines. Let me just put the, that's it. Right, it actually looks really clean. Look how clean that engine bay is. But he's getting an oil leak coming from the cam cover, which is a breather pipe. It is quite involved to get this off, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but there's obviously oil around the edges, and what happens is not just the gasket fails on these, it's the breather system inside there puts pressure and pushes the oil out of all these sort of the gaps and stuff like that. It pulls it through. So very common issue, and I had to go to main dealer for this one. It's over here. So this is the replacement one we've got to swap over. This is the part number if anyone is interested in this one, and obviously it comes with the new gasket as well. Hold on, it's all sealed up. So it comes with the new rubber gasket as well, all the way around. But yeah, you can only get these from main dealer, unfortunately. But it's a very quite a common issue, these to fail. And I don't know if you can see that, but obviously it hooks right round. It hooks this bit here hooks right round where the timing bit is, and that, so that's all got to be stripped off. So there's a little bit of work stripping this down, but we've done these before, so we know what we've got to do, how to get to it. It's not that bad, but it's just a little bit tricky. We've got to pull a few things off and stuff like that, but yeah, we will get it done for him. Also, he's got what's happening is obviously the oil is coming out and leaking is dripping down onto the cover at the bottom, so he wants you to replace that. But I did speak to main dealer Ford's, the trade point Ford's for parts plus, sorry, and they will take the order of one of those trays, but it's on back order and they can't tell you when it's coming in. So what's the point ordering that? That's just dumb, ordering parts that you don't know when it's coming in. So we might have to go down the route, or he will have to go down the route. I've already spoke to him. He said, yeah, we'll do that later, and he'll get one from... He said about Gala's in Benfleet, which is... I go to Gala's all the time. They break only break Fords at Gala's in Benfleet. So he knows about that place. So, you know, he can... I think he can do it. But this is a little bit more involved. So he's asked me to tackle this part of it. So that's what we're going to do first. Still waiting for the guy to turn up with the Nissan Townstar. Hopefully he does turn up today, but I will keep you informed, guys. He's not the best when it comes to reliability, but he's a really good guy. So that's the job this morning, and then once we've done this, we're going to move on to something else. But let's crack on with this first. I'll set you up. Let's get this top end stripped off, and yeah, go from there. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, it's been removed, as you can see, and yeah, it is leaking quite badly, I've got to be honest. But they do. This is what they do. It's a part failure that happens on these cam covers. This is actually a Citroen Peugeot. Where did I see it? I see a Citroen Peugeot. I see it somewhere. I think it was on this. Did I see it on this? Yeah. So it is a Citroen Peugeot Formico engine, but it's obviously a Peugeot engine. You know, that's what they got them from. It's not a Ford engine. You're buying a Cougar, but you're getting a different manufacturer's engine. Anyway, guys, it's a problem, and it basically fouls between the seal there. So it's not necessarily the inside part fouls, or it could be something related to that, and it's pushing it, and it draws the oil through the gaps around the actual gasket, not the actual gasket, the actual plastic. The gasket looks like it's probably fouled a little bit, but you know, the oil is higher than the bottom part there. Do you know what I mean? So if the oil's up here, it's not this, because oil won't go upwards. It'll only go from its highest point downwards. So yeah, but it's a very, very common part to foul, and that's what's happened. But it's made a right mess, I've got to be honest, inside here, and this is why they're getting oil dripping on their driveway at their house. Their driveway, it's been dripping for oil for a while now, I think. But you can see, obviously, you know, the actual state of it here. It is quite bad. It's quite a lot, and it's been doing it for a while. And what's been happening, it's been going all the way down on the front of the engine, running all the way down to the bottom, hitting the actual tray underneath, and then running on dripping onto their driveway, you know. So, but yeah, let me show you down there as well. You know, it's quite a lot. I've got to try and clean up as much as I can. But it's very, very difficult because it's gone everywhere. So we've just got to do, you know, as much as a clean-up as possible, really, just to get rid of all this oil. There's nothing on the back edge. It's not running backwards, it's running forwards, because the actual engine is at a slight slope forward. So it's, you know, all the oil and all the stuff's going at the front edge, not the back edge. So yeah, a little bit tricky to getting this off as well. This there was 2 bolts that was right down there, 2 or 3 bolts down there, which was really, really tricky to get to, but I got there in the end. I just want to quickly say as well, when they first come and saw me, they took it to another garage. Now, I don't know this other garage, so, you know, and I wouldn't name and shame anyone anyway, but they took it to another garage and told him that he's got to have the timing belt done as well. But you can clearly see there that belt is in really, really good condition. Now, I don't know whether or not they took that belt off, that cover off for that to see that belt. I don't think they did, but they did tell him that he needs to change it. It doesn't need to be changed, guys. That is unbelievable. It's just, I think, just the garage trying to get more work out of people. And this is why I do the videos, so I can physically show the customer what's going on, what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. That belt does not need to be changed. I think it's got a private plate on this car, so, but I think it's 2017 and it's only done 58,000 miles. So not even mileage or year that needs to be changed, but you can, you know, it's clear that there is still some dodgy garages out there that you just cannot trust. And they're just, yeah, they just sort of try and get as much work out of each vehicle as they can, basically. And it's just not right, is it? It's not fair. But yeah, anyway, that's enough of them. Let's crack on what we've got to do. And that's a little bit of a clean up, and then put the new one back on in place. The new one does come with the new gasket at the bottom as well, the rubber seal gasket that goes round. It's like a plastic, can you see that? It's like a plastic thing. It's like a whole thing. Normally you get like a rubber gasket that goes all the way around the edges, but this one's got this yeah, like a casing sort of system that sort of sits on it. But we're going to get this one fitted for them, have a good clean up, and yeah, go from there. I might even try and to lift the car up, get underneath, take the cover off, and then just try and give it a clean on the engine as much as I can as well. But it's really difficult because it looks like it's between the engine block and all this. It's in between there, so it's going to be really, really hard to get all that cleaned up, I'm telling you. But I'm going to do the best I can for them, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let's get set up, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, all back together. Listen how quiet that engine is. Honestly, for a diesel engine, that is really quiet. I'll tell you what, this is a nice car. This is a really, really nice car. It's really, really running nice. Let me just turn her off a minute. Let me turn her off. It's saying key fob on the dash there, but I think that's because this is their spare one. So yeah, I think it might not be picking it up very well, but it's working. But let me show you. Where's the torch? Let me show you. I cleaned it right up at the top end there. So down there, it's all nice and clean now. All the oil has been removed. So it's looking a lot better. But yeah, I'm never going to get between obviously the engine and all this stuff at the front. It's we've just got to try and it'll burn off or stay there. I don't know, but it's really difficult when you get an oil leak like that, especially if it's been happening over and over again. It's just got worse and worse and worse, and it's just got quite everywhere down there. But I've sprayed it all up and cleaned it as much as I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much of it off underneath, but I still think it's worth taking that cover off underneath. So, but at least the top end is done. Let's now take her up in the air. Let's have a look underneath. Take the cover down. Take the lower tray off. Let's have a look at that. And just see if I can clean off any more underneath, just to make it a little bit more cleaner for them. But yeah, at least we've changed that over. But that was definitely the problem. Definitely the problem. So, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there for them. Let's. I'll set you back up on the tripod. Let's get now underneath, add on a look, and then we'll go from there. But a quick note about the Nissan Townstar. He has just called me. He's on his way. So we still might see that van driven today, but we don't know until he turns up. So fingers crossed, guys, with the Nissan Townstar. But for now, let's carry on with this. Let's get it up in the air. Let's do this. Right, guys, a little bit of a change of plan on this one, because that under tray is absolutely sopping covered. The whole tray underneath is, even the front bit here is absolutely oily and wet. I'd probably say it's more at the minute rain water, because it's been because it rained overnight, and then obviously they drove it over here, but it's not looking great, is it? But they knew that they knew that it needs to be changed, but I just don't know if it's worth dropping this down, because it might fall to pieces. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really want to touch it in case I can't put it back up. Because it does look like it's that far gone. So I am going to leave it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Would like to get up there and do a little bit of cleaning and spraying down. But I think that needs to be done when you've got a new one or another one to swap it over, rather than putting this one back trying to drop this down, clean up, and then trying to put this old one back in place, it's not going to go well. So yeah, I'm going to leave it for now, but I just wanted to show you the condition. They know the condition of it. They you know, it's been dripping on their driveway, so they know it needs to be changed. But yeah, but it just shows you, doesn't it? A little oil leak like that can cause that much problems. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there for now for this one. Going to give him a ring, just let him know that it's done. He's probably watching the video tonight, I've got to be honest, so he's going to know the whole process, but I'm going to explain to him a few bits and pieces on the car. Yeah, you never know, we might see this again. I'm going to let him know about the brake pads, because they're getting a little low on the brake pad there. You can see, you can just about see it. It's really quite low on the pads. Even the rear ones are quite low as well. They're about the same. Let me try and get it in there for you to see. I can't really get it in there. I'll do that bit there like that. No, you can't really see. Oh yeah, there you go. Look, see, it's getting quite low, that pad as well on the rear. Got a little bit of a lip on the back and the front, but I think the discs are okay. But I think we're going to need to change these pads at some point as well. They're getting down there. They're getting low. I'm sure they mentioned about a service as well, but I'll talk to them and see what they want to do. Let's, get this repair done first, and then, maybe a little bit down the line, they'll bring it back, and we can do the pads and do the service at the same time. And that, but yeah, for now we're done. At least we've stopped that oil leak, and we didn't have to replace the timing belt like the other garage told him to pay out for. God knows what price they would have charged him to do that work, but it definitely don't need doing, that belt. So there we go. Right, okay, I am gonna leave this for now, and the guy who's on his way to do the van, fingers crossed, guys, with this van. Let's see what happens. I'll come back to you. I don't think he wants being recorded on the channel. He doesn't want to be filmed, which is fair enough. That's his, that's his decision. But yeah, I will come back to you very soon and give you an update. So bear with me, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys, let me give you an update, let you know what's going on, because the guy that was supposed to come out to this van phoned me up and said he can't make it. Unfortunately, he just can't make it today. That's the only trouble with this guy. I used to use him a while back, and he really knows his stuff. He's got the equipment. He really does know his stuff when it comes to all the electrics. He's got all the computers. I've spoke to him. He has got the Nissan Gateway software as well as the Renault software. He's a really nice guy. He knows his stuff. But getting him to actually come to you, I remember it was just an absolute nightmare. He's so busy. He works on his own, bless him, and he's just so in demand that he's just so busy. So yeah, he can't make it. But that's, that is what it is. So what I'm going to do, I am going to take these seat belts off, both sides, take these to the machine shop, get the correct buckle put in place there, get him to flap it over, and then we're going to get him to stitch on the machine with the correct fabric stitching. You can't just use cotton, normal cotton. It's got to be like a proper tear resistant cotton that holds it. And apparently you've got to do it in a pattern. So you go up, around, down, up, around, down, up, around, down, and then over the whole lot. So you've got to match the pattern of the actual seatbelt stitching, which he's done loads of apparently. So he's going to do it on his big machine and get those machined in. So I might as well take these seatbelts now, get those done, and then tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, he turns up, does the crash data, gets the van moving, and then we can sort of continue putting the interior back together. But let's just, you know, see what happens tomorrow with this crash data and this guy turning up. Hopefully, guys, he turns up tomorrow. But for today, you know, that's it. We did get the Ford Cougar sorted out for one of my subscribers. So that's all done. Oil leak sorted on that car. But for this one, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget, guys, drop me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.